Alright, here's the routine that I do with the cup and coins. I show that we have 2 cups here, and I have some coins, and I talk about how I went to a hobby shop with my nephew, and I saw these cups and I thought they were very interesting. So what I did is I took them home, and just fooling around with them, I found something very interesting. If you take the coins and put them in, they fit in perfect, which is kind of interesting, and the quarters come out perfectly, which is nice. But fooling around with this, I found something else that was very interesting. If I take 4 coins here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and take 4 coins here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 and 4. I found that if I cross my hands to give a magical gesture, I can actually have 5 over here and 3 over here, which kind of fascinated me. So I took the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, took the 3 here, 1, 2, 3. So I have 5 and 3. Once again, I tried it. Cross my arms, magical gesture, found that I have 6 and 2. So I did it over and over, and then I tried something different. And I take 6, and in here I put 2. So I got 6 and 2. I tried something different. Instead of crossing my arms, I just tried to, like a little tap, a little gesture, and I found now I can have 7 over here and 1 over here. 7 and 1. So one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 here. One last time. Cross the hands, little gesture, and I think I got all 8 right here. Looks like it's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have a nice little trick now with just some coins and little plastic cups. And that's the cups and coins. Okay, so here's how it works. You do have 2 cups, and they both have slots. And what happens with these slots, if you rotate one way, one coin will retain inside. If you turn the other way, all the coins will come out. Now, when you get it, you'll fill the cups. There's ridges. I'm touching 3 ridges right now. And when you get those ridges, I'll take 4 coins for an example. If I put 4 coins in, and my thumb is on these ridges here, I know if I go forward away from my thumb, everything comes out. And I know if I go backwards with those ridges toward my thumb, it'll retain 1. So that's how the whole thing really works. Now, in my routine, I take, let's say there's 4 coins in here. Now if you hold the ridges, to have all the coins go out, like I said, you have to go away from your thumb if you're holding it that way. And I wanted to go side to side. So if I want to go side to side, I have to turn my hand like this and then go like that, which is kind of uncomfortable. And if I got to go this way, and if I go this way, side to side, it's a little uncomfortable too. So what I did in my routine is I found the ridges, and you want the ridges that when you go forward, everything comes out. Because if you get the other set of ridges on the other side, you'll retain 1. And the problem is when you go forward, when you come back up, there's 1 in there, and it will flash possibly, and people will see that there's still a coin in there. So you want the hold the ridges, the ones that everything comes out forward and retains 1 going backwards toward the thumb. Well, what I adapted is 2 things. I found the ridges that work, that I want, and then which is right here, And then I fill the other ridges over here that I don't like, but the good ones are here. And I went in between them and put a blue dot. So this is the ridges that my thumb would be on, which I just explained. This is the one I don't want. And right between them, I put a blue dot. And I did the same thing on the other cup. What this means is that if I have the dots toward me, let's say there's 4 inside here. If I have the dots toward me, I know if I take my left hand and go to the right, it will retain a coin. And there's a coin in there right now. And I know if I go to my right hand and I go to the left, everything comes out. And this just makes me comfortable going side to side instead of holding the ridges and going forward and backwards. It's just a preference for me. So I have the 2 dots. They're toward me. Now the routine really has 9 coins. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can take the coins out and just retain one in your fingers as you spread them out like that and talk about it. And then just start picking up the coins and get them all in one hand. So now I have 9 coins, not 8. Another way to do it, which I've done, which is fine, is just take all the coins out and put them right here. No one's going to count. So, and then you explain you were in a hobby shop, whatever, you picked up these little cups that you like. Now I have the blue dots, remember, toward me. And I say I found it very interesting that if I put coins in, they fit perfect and they come out perfect. Now what I do now is I hold the dot, left hand, and I go to the right, which means one of the 9 coins is going to be retained. And they come out perfect, which is really nice. Now what happened is, now I actually have a coin in there. Now I separate them into 4 and 4. And I say some interesting things happened here. I took 4 coins. Now don't tip forward to show anything. Put at least 1 in before you, if you want to make a tip here so they don't see that extra one. Put 4 inside here. There's really 5. Now I can tip this one and show it. And say if I put 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, I have 4 and 4. I really have 5 in here though. Now the first time I do it, I cross my hands first. This is the only time I cross my hands first. And I pick them up and I say I make a magical gesture. Now I uncross my hands. My right hand shows 5, and then I dump out my left hand to show 3. The left hand goes over the right, and I place them down. Now I have a coin on the right side. I take these 5. I say, look, I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And in here, I like to show the empty one for sure. And 3 here. From now on, unlike the first move, I don't cross my hands first. From now on, I pick up the coins, the cylinders first, the cups, and then cross my hands. So there's a difference there. The first time I did it, if you look back at the tape, you'll see I crossed first. From now on, I pick up the cups first, then I cross my hands left over right. Magical gesture, uncross my hands, dump out the right side, and now I have 6 and 2. Cross my hands again, putting left over right. Situation is I have a coin here. I pick it up now just to change it up. I like to take the 6 instead of 1 by 1, just to save time. I just dump them in, and then I show this. So I say now we have 6 and 2, and I tried something different, and it seemed to work that one time. Not all the time, but if I just give a little gesture like that, I can actually get 7 and 1 over here. Cross your hands, left over right. Situation is I have a coin in here. Now I say I'll do it one more time. Now I got 7 coins here and 1 inside. Put it there, dump this in. Once again, I pick up the cups first, cross, gesture. Now on the last one, I like to turn them both at the same time. Uncross and do both at the same time, like that. Cross again, left over right. I have a coin in here, and I see the 8 coins here. And I say, you know, whatever, I think we got them all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I just pick up and I say, so I have a nice little coin trick here with coins and these little plastic cups. And that's pretty much the routine. Now, if you don't want to use the dots, you should make some kind of a marking system though, just to be sure if you want to use the ridge instead of the dots, Like I said, I use the dot so I can go side to side. I don't have to go like forward and kind of like backward. It's all uncomfortable and I don't like it. But if you want to use the ridges, you always want to be sure you got the right set of ridges, not the other one. So make some kind of a marking system. Like I said, what I do, here's the good ridges over here, and here's the bad set. I just go between and put the blue dots there so I can go side to side. But if you want to do a routine with just the ridges, what would happen is this. You have 9 coins here. Now remember, you can retain one at the beginning and just add it in. Or just have it here. No one's going to count, like I said. And you, same thing, is you dump it in. Now I turn, if I want to do the ridges, I know I got the right ridge because I can see my blue dot on my left side, my blue dot on the left side, which means my thumb is on the correct ridges. And if I go forward, they'll all come out, but when I put them in, I'm going to come back because I want to retain one in there. And I say, that was very interesting. And then you put them in a 4-4 type pile. Then you put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put in 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Now I make sure my dots are on my left and I got the correct ridge. Now what I want to do is, I'm not doing the crossover thing now. I'm just doing it very simple. Now what I do is I say a little gesture, and now I'm going to go forward, cross corner, and dump out 5, and then I'll come to this corner and come back toward my thumb to retain one. And then I come here. And the situation is I have 1 here, and then inside here and 5 here. So I put the 5 in here, and I put the 3 in here. I really have 6 in here. This time, I take the right and go to that corner, go forward, so everything comes out, and my left hand goes back toward my thumb, either sideways or a little bit backwards, holding that ridge, and then I come back. So I got 6 and 2. Now I have the extra coin on this side. It does change sides with this, if you do it with this method, with the bridges. And you put 2 here. So I got 6 and 2. I really have 7 in there. And then a little snap, whatever. And then I come forward again. I'm going to put 7 are going to go out. I'm going away from my thumb. So 7 will come out. And then I'll come here and 1. And I come back here. And I have 1 inside here and 7 out there. Lastly, I put the 7 in here. There's really 8. Put the 1 in here. I get my thumbs on those ridges. So I have 7 and 1, really 8. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a magical gesture if you want, or just snap your fingers. And I will go forward with here, and I'll go back. Actually, you can do it both at the same time. Forward and back like this. And now you have all 8 here, and there's 1 in here. And then you say, well, now I have a nice little routine with these coins and these cups. And then just go forward and dump them all out. And that's the end of that routine. So I strongly suggest that you make some kind of a mark on your cup so you know which is a good set of ridges. And like I said, if you want to go side to side, like I did with the blue dots here, 1, 2, 3, I got 4 here. This is just more comfortable for me because now I know my right hand, if I go this way, sideways, all of them come out. And with my left hand, if I go to the other side, I always retain one. So that's the method I like. But you can use either one you want. And that's pretty much the cups and coins. Thank you.